Hey guys, Tachu22 here, and this is the final match of the Road to the Chamber tournament, and like all the other matches before this one, in the second round that is, the winner will advance to the Chamber. So far 5 men have entered the Chamber, have punched their tickets to the Chamber, as has the other 6 men in the other conference. But this is it, folks. This is the last match of the tournament, and it will feature Ricky the Dragon Steamboat against Bob Barker, and there is a little interesting story, but I'll get to that as we begin the match. So without further ado, here we go. So as we begin the matchup, anyway, oh no! The referee just got punched by accident by the Dragon, and I'm pretty sure that was an accident, because you know, things like that don't happen all the time, but when it did, I mean, it just did, and oh, hold on, let me wipe the camera a little bit. Okay, there we go, that should work. But yeah, now the referee's down, but, yeah, that was an accident, folks. But anyways, little story I want to tell you guys, and that is, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, he began his career in the mid-70s, and the guy that helped him break in was Bob Barker, and hold on, let me just adjust myself here. Okay, there we go. Sorry. Anyway, yeah, Bob was the one who helped break Ricky the Dragon Steamboat into the business. Just when he was Ricky Steamboat, he hadn't became the Dragon yet. But anyways, before he was the Dragon, he was just Ricky Steamboat, and it was Bob who helped, you know, the promoters notice him, and while he didn't get a job with our company right away, he did get a job from a lesser-known company at the time, and he helped that company out really well, but when it came to a contract, they couldn't get a long-term contract. The problem wasn't that Ricky the Dragon Steamboat didn't get a long-term contract. He got a long-term contract, but he wanted a relatively short contract because he wanted to spend more time with his family, but they didn't want to give him that short of a contract. So Steamboat's only recourse of action was to just move on and go to another company, which legally he was able to do so. And the company he chose was ours, and our company's more close. Our company is, or was, as it is now, closer to where he lives. I mean, now we're a national company, so it doesn't really matter. But at the time, family mattered to him more than championship gold. It wasn't until like the mid-'80s that he was finally able to overcome homesickness and that sort of thing, because, you know, that's what he was. I mean, he was a homesick person, you know, or so my dad said. But by the mid-'50s, or by the mid-'80s, sorry, he was able to get over it, and he was able to become a big star. And, you know, he also wrestled for the National Wrestling Alliance in the late 70s, as well as the first half of the 80s, and then he was then signed to a contract by the WWE when it was known as the World Wrestling Federation, and he became Intercontinental Champion after beating the Macho Man, Randy Savage, at WrestleMania 3, 1987. That was one of the greatest matches I've ever seen. I mean, I got to see the videotape of it, and it was great. I mean, my dad didn't tell me who won, so it only added to the drama of who was going to win. But when I look back at it, it's one of the greatest matches of all time, and that's pretty much what made him a legend. He would go on to become the National Wrestling Alliance World Heavyweight Champion by beating the great Ric Flair, fair and square, mind you. And he would continue to wrestle for the company. until his unfortunate accident that, left him unable to wrestle again. That is, until 2009 when Jericho looked at him as a washed up old has-been, as Jericho put it. And Ricky was determined to get back at Chris Jericho, and he did. And he actually did pretty well in his return in the ring. And in fact, he had a great match against Jericho in a one-on-one contest. But of course, he's back and in great shape and in great form against Bob Barker, the man who helped him get into this business. And I'll tell you what, Bob, he trained him. Of course, after Bob and Mr. Rogers' feud had concluded, Mr. Rogers helped Ricky the Dragon Steamboat add a couple more moves to his repertoire in order for him to be able to compete against the likes of Ric Flair and actually beat Flair for the title, because really, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat had great matches against Flair. In fact, he beat him a couple of times, but could never beat him for the World Championship. So, what Mr. Rogers taught him and what Bob Barker taught him, it helped him. So, if you ask Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, he owes a lot of success to Bob Barker and Mr. Rogers. But right now, Bob is actually doing a great job on Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, and now going for $1 million dream onto Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. And now, okay, now he's going for the cover. 1, 2, no, kick out by Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. But that just goes to show how resilient even the Dragon is. So, the Dragon did defeat Smash in a last man standing match, and Bob, he defeated Mr. Rogers in a ladder match. So this is a normal match, so we'll find out who wins a match like this. Then a kick right to the head, and now an arm block using the legs. Now he picks up Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, and an atomic drop onto the Dragon. So as much as Bob Barker taught Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, he didn't teach him all his moves, like meaning he taught Ricky the Dragon Steamboat all he knows, or hold on, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat learned everything, or how do I put this? Bob Barker knows all the moves that Ricky the Dragon Steamboat taught him, but he didn't teach him what he knows. So, yeah. That's all I have to say about that. Let's just move on to the match. An uppercut right to Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Then a kick right to the Dragon. And the Dragon, a knee breaker right to Bob Barker, which is a good idea, but an arm drag right to Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, and that's one of the moves that Bob taught him, which was the arm drag. If it wasn't for Bob, the arm drag would have never been a move in the repertoire of Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, but one move that Bob never taught him was the headbutt, which he just did to Bob Barker. So yeah, Steamboat has learned a couple of moves from different people, but most of them came from Bob Barker. And then a back suplex onto the Dragon, Ricky Steamboat. Then a punch right to the head of Steamboat. Elbow right to Bob Barker. Then a drop kick to Barker. And then a hip toss right to Barker. Arm smash right to Barker. And uh-oh, this is not good. He's gonna go for it. The Moneymaker. The Moneymaker. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. The Moneymaker, then as now, has put away many men and has won Bob Barker many matches over the years. Mr. McMahon, what the hell? Oh my God, first you attack my friend MG Blue and now you attack Bob Barker? What the hell, man? What the hell? Seriously, I don't know what the hell is wrong with Mr. McMahon, or should I call him Vince? I don't know what's wrong with Vince, but you know what? I'm getting sick and tired of this. And you know what? Pretty soon I'm gonna have to have Mr. McMahon, fight the guys that he has antagonized, ever since, well, pretty much since the season started, actually, but what the hell, McMahon? What the hell? But folks, stay tuned, or actually, no, actually this is the last match, sorry, I forgot, but, yeah, stay tuned for the announcement video. I'll announce a few things about the upcoming Super Show, because this is the last match of not just the tournament, but this is the last match before the Super Show. So I'll have an announcement video, and I'll let you know what's going on in that video. But until then, this is Steju22 signing off, saying goodbye, and stay tuned for more next time on Let's Play WWE 12. Have a good day, everybody.